Team match. Match 8.
Oh. Okay, our two players in the upper left in the red.
Mouse Esports.
Oh my God!
HeRoMaRINE,
get back over here!
I already messed up the intro.
Keep your cool, Tasteless. You could do this. Just do what you know.
The pressure.
In the bottom right, in the blue, from Korea, he is
Jin Air Green Wings. Trap.
Tasteless, now just act natural.
We already know you're a fraud, Tasteless. All right.
So we've got Trap's probe over here, headed up to the top.
Yeah.
Again, Trap is, I think, overall just a better player than HeRoMaRINE. I mean, and this is no secret. I mean, no disrespect to HeRoMaRINE, but Trap is a very accomplished player. So obviously, I'm very curious to see what kind of play styles we're going to have here. You know, in this series, it's just one game, right? I mean, so HeRoMaRINE could try something crazy, try to pull a fast one on Trap, or maybe he really just wants to try to go head-to-head in more of a macro game and try to win there.
I think that's actually what we're going to see. I think that he played so well against him previously in the tournament that he probably just wants to show that again. And there's not that much pressure because they still get the ace match, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
You know, you can just give your burden to stats if you lose.
But again, if HeRoMaRINE wins here, that's a big victory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that SCV is now coming over here into the main. Again, the builds right now look pretty standard. No one appears to be doing anything risky. These are builds where you're basically just trying to go ahead and get your Nexus up, get your command center up, and try to bring this into a pretty normal mid-game where you're going to have a variety of different options on both sides, Terran and Protoss.
It's very normal stuff. See where they go from here. Really, it's a Trap that we're going to be looking at very closely for what tech he wants to bring up. See if HeRoMaRINE does anything out of the ordinary, just getting a second gas in his reactor. Nothing weird. And a Twilight comes up, which is kind of what you would expect. Pretty popular here.
And the scouting probe is going to be driven back out.
Killed off.
Yeah.
Still rolling around.
Nicely done. The Reaper will go ahead and back up. Going to move around the map a little bit to see if he can't possibly come in for a scout later on. And I can see we're probably just going to have some more gateways thrown down here. Blink upgraded. Yeah. And I'm assuming Trap's going to set this up for a third base, unless we see something pretty surprising.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the possibility you do those more aggressive blink ins to the main base, but and I mean, it's the right main base where all the add-ons are on the right, so you might get lucky with him misplacing. But I don't think you
let's
count
actually
on that at this level.
Let's talk about that though, just in case. The you know, obviously the add-on is always to the right side of the barracks or starport or whatever. And we've seen a lot of players get blink and then actually jump in if the barracks is not placed in a good location and shoot down the tech lab, which is getting stim. Now, it seems like it's been phased out a little bit at the professional level, I think, as people just sort of expect it, but it was very, very strong at that time. But I think in this case, we're just going to see blink used to try to catch and counter medevacs that are going to be used for drops.
Yeah, and it seems like it's kind of a more defensive play here. Just making a few stalkers, not really super producing. I think he does want to get into his third base reasonably quickly here.
And over here, you know, for Terran, we have the first Viking coming up. But eventually we're just going to have some more and more medevacs coming. And what is turning out to be a very textbook game here for now.
Yeah. And third Nexus coming up. No big surprise right there. Shows what he's scouted, which does not include that Twilight as of right now, just the Robo on the way. But I think he can assume that very, very easily from seeing the Robo timing and not having an Oracle in his base as of yet.
Yeah. And Terran has can't really do much of anything just yet. In fact, this is about as defensive as you can get for the time being. We have a Raven coming out now. And again, the Viking is actually combing through the upper part of the map. Yeah. Stim inbound. Really, when the Raven's out, we will probably see that comboed in with the rest of the pushes if Terran wants to do anything.
Well, you know, sitting here right now, looking at this, I like these new skins, but those stalkers, that just looks like they have Lady Gaga hats on. I'm digging a lot of the skins, but those ones I'm like, who told you to wear that?
Hats on.
Who told those stalkers to wear those hats? How different do you have to be? Is it your music good? Isn't that what you want to sell albums on? Stalkers.
Artosis. So we've got the 3 racks up here. By the way, a double forge here for Trap. That telegraphs that he is going to be going for a very long upgrade-oriented game because obviously if you're going to invest in upgrades, you're not going to do anything right away. We are going to have third base coming down here shortly. In fact, it is, coming down here for the Protoss.
I gotta say one more stupid thing about skins, Tasteless.
Please,
Shouldn't the
please.
observer skins cost less because they're invisible so your opponent doesn't even see them?
Oh, you're so funny.
Anyways, everything is really, really normal so far.
Yeah,
we should be seeing the third CC start really soon here as well.
If this game was an ice cream flavor, it would be vanilla.
Is that the most plain? Is that more plain than chocolate?
Yes, I think so. I mean, vanilla, that's like a term even, you know.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, we even call it StarCraft 1 without Brood War vanilla. We don't call it chocolate.
That's true.
Okay.
No, we don't.
We do not call it that.
I don't think we call any gaming things chocolate, really.
No. But yeah, I mean, this is a very, very standard game we've got. Okay, it's just like, you know, both players are playing very straight up. Nobody's taking any risks whatsoever. Upgrades are being invested into. It does appear that HeRoMaRINE is going to be the first player to try to initiate on the map. That has been spotted by the observer. Stalkers are now going to move out to try to intercept and maybe kill off one of those Widow Mines.
Nice micro by HeRoMaRINE overall.
Yeah.
Does end up losing a Widow Mine, but that's all right. He's put some damage on these Stalkers. They have to run all the way home.
And now we're going to see if Protoss is ready. I think Protoss should be ready, but you know sometimes these engagements go poorly and one side just completely dominates.
Oh, he loses a couple Stalkers there.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy there.
Yeah, definitely sloppy. Well, I like the idea. Oh, it actually gets under.
Oh, you're right. It actually got the bro off.
Look at that. He disables those 2 sentries. That's something that he really likes to try to do when he has these bigger armies, but
yeah,
unable to really break up here.
And I think that's going to be the end of this attack. HeRoMaRINE will probably have to pack up. The third base has been taken. Trap a little bit ahead in the expansion game. HeRoMaRINE did try to come out, but you know it's not hard for Protoss to go on the high ground at that ramp and hold this off.
You know, HeRoMaRINE, I feel like he's playing a very solid game here because we saw him play similarly multiple times before, and occasionally he would be trying to do this exact same type of thing, right? You bring over your Bioforce, maybe you disable sentries and get to stim up and whatnot. But then sometimes we saw him get a little bit too aggressive with his drops, right? He's like, well, I'm still going to try to do damage. But here he's playing a little bit more patiently, and I really like that because the 3-base Trap really shouldn't take damage from drops right now. You got to wait a little bit till he's actually out on the map doing more things.
Once again, Trap just goes to the high ground. I don't think we're going to see anything dramatic until 4th bases are taken. But in this case, HeRoMaRINE's going to try. He's going to go for it. I don't know if it's going to work, but he's looking for an opening. We do have Zealots coming in here to try to counterattack. There's also, I don't think it's going to happen, but just in case, there's also the chance that when the next 2 medevacs come, he might try to juke and jive around and then pick up and try to fly into the main. But, you know, the main is just hard to drop on this map.
Yeah,
it's
it is
like
a little bit.
You basically have to go through all of the vision in order to get there, so
you can try to skirt along the back edges and stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa. That was actually a really good Widow Mine drop. All right, well, you pick off the medevac.
Yeah, nicely done.
Probes going down, though. Trap has been sending over a few Zealots here and there to harass, but doesn't get too much done with them as of yet. There's Zealot making his way out.
Okay, HeRoMaRINE again on the edge. You can see Trap is just trying to mirror the movements. You know, if HeRoMaRINE goes to the left, then Trap moves down here to be ready. Nice. Well, that was, okay. Not the nicest thing I've ever seen.
Well, I really like what he was trying to do. He's trying to get a feedback off on the Raven.
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
did not work
and then it was
out.
going to get killed, so he just zapped the medevac because it was there.
Best you can do.
Here comes that drop, though.
Oh my god, that is a really big and strong army right there. He does have the Stalkers over here to stop that force. Oh my god, losing a lot of Zealots, but there are 5 Immortals here. So maybe he can actually hold on. This is a scary attack,
I think he's fine. I don't think HeRoMaRINE can bust this.
Yeah, with the other Stalkers
the drop was bungled, and there's just enough coming up here. I mean, with mostly Marauders in this fight, there's no way that you're going to beat that many Immortals.
But HeRoMaRINE looking good, right? While he's keeping this pressure on, you can't take a 4th base's Trap, which you definitely would have wanted to do by now. You know, Trap does have 2-2, though, which is really nice. HeRoMaRINE lagging a little bit behind there.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, Trap has room to breathe. Although the army for HeRoMaRINE is superior, Trap is basically setting up for a more a safe late game here. He's getting his 4th base. He's getting the rest of the upgrades he needs. Again, those 2 forges really paying off here when these fights go down. The attack and armor are really giving his army a lot more sustainability.
Yeah, and you can see that Trap is going for a much longer aim. He gets plasma shields going as well. He's starting to push through the center. I'm not sure that he should actually be here right now.
Okay, Storm coming down. This angle, though, for HeRoMaRINE is pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's like about as good as you can ask for, but there's not enough units, I don't think. Oh, actually, you know what? That angle really did pay off.
Well, it kind of shocking that Trap was out there.
Yeah, if he's taking his
really
4th base,
clearly
too,
not the right time to attack.
Yeah, you don't want to attack while your 4th base is being taken. And now HeRoMaRINE, seizing this opportunity, might come in with a killing blow.
Yeah, it really looks like he's going to, and we might be losing out in an ace match due to a really random and weird mid-game move out with only immortals for an army, basically.
And again, if Hero wins this, that's it, man.
Yeah, that would
Team Dark defeats Team Seoul. And right now, I mean, Trap is on the ropes.
Yeah, he's having a hard time right now. Okay, trying to push forward. The Liberator's set up. He blinks forward, but they get picked off. And his team going wild right now.
HeRoMaRINE doing it, causing the upset, coming in here. And I don't know that Trap can hang on. Trap making that mistake to go into the middle of the map when he was taking his 4th base. And now HeRoMaRINE crushing with Manor Mules.
Oh, the double Manor Mule comes down. Trap, a laughing stock.
Trap getting crushed here. The Nexus goes down. And I think at this point in time, Trap knows the writing's on the wall. There's really no way to recover. Stimming coming up. More Manor Mules coming down. Insult to injury.
Insult with energy.